Yep. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a divine message. We're going to see what the divine has to say to you right now. House 6. Square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. North node, destined to have. Destined to have. So maybe there's a challenging situation that only requires time. It only requires your maturity. And you could feel the other side. You could feel what it feels like to accomplish this mountain. Maybe you already have. I feel like some of you already have. But like I said, it just requires time. It requires maturity. And you're starting to feel yourself get to that point. And there's really no shortcuts. It just requires time. Yeah. There's no right or wrong way. You could go by land, or you could go by the river. It's all under protected. It's all under protection. It's all under your divine path. So Spirit is saying you're chilling. Once again, Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. So maybe you're unlocking the Gemini. You're unlocking the Gemini. Unlocking, embodying the Gemini at all times. I feel like maybe you had this down. You've always had this down. You've had this down since you were a kid. You were always very curious, always very friendly, always having something to say. It's like you felt like you were God's radio without even realizing it. It's like, oh, nobody is saying this thing, I need to say it. You just had things that needed to be said. And you were a vital part of communities and conversations and families, friendships. So I feel like maybe early on in your life, you were more of a raw Gemini. You were a free Gemini. Uranus, radically change. You were a free Gemini, just talking to anybody, not worried, not thinking, just transmuting, just speaking. And maybe through circumstances, you couldn't always be that way. Maybe the people who you like to talk to, who you like to communicate these codes to, had other plans. They had another journey. You were no longer their teacher. You were no longer partners with them. So I feel like this happened a lot. Like you were once everybody's Gemini, but then slowly you became nobody's Gemini. House 4. Cultural and family roots. Home, peace, and comfort. Okay. So like you were no longer the Gemini to the outside world. You were no longer the Gemini to friends and acquaintances. Your guys' paths split because it wasn't just they left you. It was also you needed to leave them. The Spirit is saying you learn to be the Gemini in your own house, in closed corners where nobody sees. You learn to be the channeler among a tighter knit of people. And maybe even that evolved into you were the Gemini just for your spirit guides, just for your spiritual friends, your spirit family. So I feel like it evolved from being everybody's Gemini to your friend's Gemini, while still longing to be everybody's Gemini. And then you were just your family's Gemini, learning to be more of a spiritual Gemini, beyond the physical. It's like you longed to be this communicator, to be this networker, this channel. This entire time, you've always wanted to project your voice to the world. And it took getting stripped of all the physical contact for you to learn how to be the Gemini in a spiritual sense. So you're no longer just talking just to talk. Now when you communicate, it has deep meaning to it, and it has deep layers to why you're doing it. And that came from your own contemplation, your own refuge, retreat. Okay. So I feel like now the challenge has been conquered. That was the challenge. The challenge was longing to have a louder voice, to have your voice be heard, for people to understand what it is you're trying to say. And that challenge has been overcome, and that's what you're feeling. You're feeling that now the challenge is done and everything's unlocked. Now you are the spiritual Gemini, and you could go back into the physical. Now you have the power to be a channel for anybody. Okay? But it took you losing everybody. It took you losing your physical contact to realize that maybe it's not the best decision to be a channel for everybody. It took getting burned, it took being left behind for you to realize that your power is not for everybody. And it's wiser to focus on who you want to channel for spiritually, on a spiritual sense, rather than connecting to absolutely everybody in front of you. And you found that when you hone in on what you want to channel for spiritually, you end up actually helping those people without even trying. Okay. So Spirit is saying you could let go. You could let go of what it is you're aiming for, what it is that you want to channel for, that you are aligned. And now you could kind of just let go and flow and go based off your instincts. It's like maybe that's this next era where you're just going off instinct. You're not thinking about it. You can think about it. You can think about it all you want. But maybe it's a good exercise not to. Maybe it's a good meditation to try to go a whole day without thinking about it. thinking about what you're doing, why you're doing it. Just do it. Okay. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Yeah. So Capricorn's saying, obviously that's not realistic. You can't go a full day without thinking, but try to do something without thinking. Take a step. It's like whatever you're overthinking about doing, just do it. Then do it again and again and again. Capricorn is saying to go through it. Okay. Sextile, combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Yeah. The Capricorn is not afraid of fear. The Capricorn is not afraid of stress or anxiety. It's just part of the game. The Capricorn says that the stress makes it better. The nerves make it better. Okay. So you're coming to a point where not even nerves could shake you. Nerves become something that you like on certain occasions. All right. King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So Spirit is saying, with that being said, your mind is what's going to make you rich. And you have the ability right now. You're on the path right now. You have everything you need right now. You have all the tools. You have the mindset. You're prepared. You're ready, Queen of Wands. You're ready to do it. It's like it's literally just time and methodical steps that you need to take. And this Wheel of Fortune is yours. And this could be a union. Probably is. So for some of you, this is a union. King of Swords and Queen of Wands. So it's like the masculine is now confident with his mind, takes great care of his mind, is in complete control of his mind, and that leads him to victory, to his feminine. And his feminine, the feminine is stepping into the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very, very prevalent right now. Silent leader, silent strength, tougher than the rest, stronger than the rest. Has all the passion in the world, has all the fire in the world, has all the desire in the world, but has control of it purely through experience, purely through wisdom, trial and error. Her fire, which which is a crazy fire. She is a fire that's as crazy as it gets, is tamed through her own experience, through her own maturity. So she feels everything. She desires everything. But that doesn't shake the masculine. The masculine absolutely adores that about her. So he sees that the love is beyond whatever she's thinking. It's beyond whatever she's desiring. It's like the masculine had to master his mind in order to accept her. Because she's been this Queen of Wands for a while now. And she simply had to live. She simply had to make the mistakes. To get to a point where she's just satisfied sitting on her throne. So the feminine's not moving much, but she's celebrating. 3 of Cups. She's always celebrating. She's always celebrating. It's just early in her life, she was celebrating in different ways. But now she's celebrating in a more subtle way. Okay. So this is victory, King of Wands. This is victory. This is celebration. This is completion. This is celebration of mastery. Mastery of self with the reward at the end. And that's where we're at right now. All right. All right. God bless you. I love you. Bye.